You step inside. Everything is clean, perfect, quiet. The kind of space you dreamed about. White walls, empty surfaces, soft shadows. No scent, no softness, no soul. You realize a room can be beautiful and still leave you cold. And now you're ready to change that. Minimalism was supposed to calm you, but this feels like a room designed to impress, not to live in. The silence isn't peaceful, it's sterile. You sit down and you don't feel grounded. You feel disconnected. But something's missing. It doesn't invite you in. It doesn't hold you. You don't need to fill the room with more things. You need to fill it with something deeper. Warmth. Not just in temperature, but in story, in texture, in light, in life. Minimalism isn't the problem. It's how it's practiced. Because when minimalism forgets the human inside it, it becomes a museum. But when it remembers your breath, your presence, your past, it becomes home. That's what this is about. 5 design shifts. Simple, subtle, rooted in the warmth of the Mediterranean and made for spaces that are modern, soulful, and yours. This is how you warm up a cold minimalist room without losing its stillness, without losing yourself. Texture is the warmth you can feel without ever touching it. Close your eyes. Imagine your bare feet pressing into a woven jute rug, your fingertips tracing the edge of a ceramic vase, slightly uneven, fired by hand. Linen curtains that ripple in the breeze, a wall brushed in matte lime plaster that catches the light like sand. These aren't just surfaces, they're stories. In a room that feels too perfect, texture is what makes it human. It holds time. It invites you to slow down. When everything is smooth and slick, your senses have nowhere to land. But add a single wall throw, a cane chair, a clay bowl with a floor, and suddenly, the room is speaking to you. It says, you can exhale here, you can be undone here. Texture doesn't compete with minimalism, it completes it. Start small. 1 tactile piece. Then let the space evolve. Light is more than visibility, it's emotion. You notice it when it's wrong. Overhead LEDs that flatten everything. A cold glow that drains the life from even your favorite chair. But when it's right, warmth spills across the floor. Shadows stretch like poetry across the wall. A lamp glows in the corner and you feel held. Switch from ceiling spots to soft table lights. Choose bulbs in amber, honey, gold and cream. Add shears to your windows. Let sunlight filter, not blast. Let it dance through the room, hour by hour. Even candles matter. Their flicker is alive, present. Good lighting doesn't decorate a space. It reshapes how you move in it. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel here? Then let the light do the answering. Because sometimes, what warms a room is the way the light holds your face at 6 p.m. Minimal doesn't mean monochrome, it means intention. But when everything is white, grey or black, it starts to feel distant, untouchable, cold. What it needs is heat. Not bright, not bold, just honest, grounded colour. Add a terracotta pot, a rust-toned cushion, a piece of unglazed clay on a pale shelf. These aren't accents, they're atmosphere. They shift the feeling in the room, quietly. Colour doesn't have to shout to be powerful. Earth tones hum, they ground you. They pull a space closer. Think of clay, sand, olive, bone. Colours that come from the land, not the lab. A minimalist space isn't warm because of how much colour it has, but because of how real that colour feels. And when you sit in a room where every hue whispers home, that's when you realise colour isn't just visual, it's emotional, and emotion is the warmth that stays. A minimalist room can be stunning, but without you in it, it's just a catalogue. You need something real, something that doesn't match the palette, but matches your story. A photo from a morning you never wanted to end. A cracked bowl passed down through generations. A note written in someone's handwriting you still remember. These things don't interrupt the room, they root it. One honest object, placed with care, holds more power than a dozen curated trends. You're not adding clutter, you're adding context. Minimalism done well doesn't erase personality, it frames it. It lets the important things stand alone and shine. Look around your space. What's missing isn't always furniture. Sometimes it's you. So place that object, the one that makes you smile, ache, or remember, and let the room start telling your story. A room without life feels lifeless. That's the truth we often forget in the pursuit of clean lines and empty corners. But bring in something that grows, slowly, quietly, and everything changes. A potted olive tree by the window, a branch in a handmade vase, a bowl of lemons on the counter that catches the afternoon sun. Nature doesn't shout, it breathes. A single sprig of rosemary can change how a kitchen feels, not because it's decorative, but because it's alive. You tend to it, water it, notice it. And in that act, the room becomes relational. You're no longer just in the space, you're part of it. Minimalism needs life to stay warm, and life is always imperfect. Let the wildness in, and suddenly the stillness around it begins to feel like home. So how do you warm up a cold, minimalist room? You don't add more, you add meaning. Texture that begs to be touched. Light that slows time. Color that grounds you. Objects that remember you. And something alive that grows alongside you. Stillness doesn't mean silence. Simplicity doesn't mean emptiness. When every element carries intention, minimalism becomes memory, and memory becomes home. At WOWEDESIGN, we believe design is more than layout, more than color, more than trend. It's rhythm, it's pause, it's presence. The most powerful room isn't the most beautiful. It's the one that changes how you feel the moment you step inside. Where the light slows you down, where the textures hold memory, where the silence isn't empty, it's intentional. This kind of space doesn't ask for attention, it offers attention. A soft chair near a window, a plant that leans toward the sun, a piece of pottery that reminds you. Life is not a straight line. This is not about styling a room. It's about creating a place where you feel more like yourself. So if you're ready to build warmth into your minimalist home, start with these 5 shifts, then watch what happens. Subscribe for more stories like this, more spaces that breathe, and more ways to bring soul into stillness. Begin your journey at WOWEDESIGN.com. Because beauty isn't fast, it's felt, and it lives in the space you return to every day.